Hey guys, so we have an Apple Watch SE 44 millimeters and the power button seems to be stuck. I did leave it charging overnight and it did not charge up in any way, shape or form. It basically, I believe the battery's gone flat on it, and the reason why the battery may have gotten flat or just stopped working altogether is because your man was swimming in sea salt water, and basically salt may have gotten into the phone. Now, even though these are waterproof, they're never really waterproof. The design of it does repel water from getting inside, but in this case, it has not saved the watch, and the power button is basically lodged. Yeah, it's not moving at all. So to fix this issue, well, I think there's two issues. The battery is dead and needs to be replaced, and that little button there needs to be unstuck. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove these bands. All right, and then we're gonna heat up our heat gun on the side and let it get nice and hot, so we can then apply some alcohol on the sides. We basically just want to open this up and have a look in the inside and see what is causing this phone not to turn on. I do believe it's the battery, but I want to have a look in the inside. I suspect it will be sea salt within this phone. So let's open it up. Okay, so now we're going to use our heat gun. It's nice and hot now. We're going to rotate the Apple Watch around. Now you can, if you don't have a heat gun, you can use a hair dryer. But like I would always say, it's better to give this to a trained technician. This is not an easy repair that I would start off with if you have never done any repairs before. So once it's nice and hot, and it will tell you if it's nice and hot, you then want to come around with a very thin metal blade. You just want to work our way around, cut in between that adhesive. Once it's hot to the touch, that's when you want to remove the heat gun. And you want to ever so slightly leave the metal blade in and work your way around. Not going too deep, but also not deep enough. Just really keep cutting around. You may have to do this a couple of times. There we go. I'm just gonna keep going around until the watch finally gives way. The connectors are here, so you don't want to go too deep here. And there you go. Just like that, the watch opens like a book. So let's inspect it a bit closer. Okay, it's looking like we're gonna have to take out that battery first to see what's up. Yeah, I think there's some corrosion down here. So to remove the battery, I'm gonna get some more alcohol. Dab in, you actually do need alcohol. If you try to pry this battery out, you may damage the battery. So you just wanna get that nice and drizzled in alcohol. Just wait a few seconds. Helps to have a plastic stick or a black stick that you can just easily poke in there and just lightly pry. There you go. And then we can see how the battery disconnects. Okay. Now I've unscrewed the bracket there. You want to come in with a tweezer. Remove that. And then we just need to disconnect that battery. Okay. So I'm gonna put this battery aside. Now guys, Apple does not offer this service to anyone. It's because it's a tedious job. A lot of things can go wrong. So I will pay attention. Back to our tweezers. Even though this, I did kind of bend it, I can still bend it back. So I managed just to poke that off. There you go. That's it. That's literally how it looks like. So now I have to clean all this up. Or scrape all this. See that? See all that corrosion? You guys see this? That was just festering. Look at that. That's salt. And that was causing it not to basically press. Just be a button. So let's clean it up. Bit of alcohol. Just soak into that. Yeah, this is finished here. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm using a drill. I'm gonna drill off all the sea salt. It's literally like cement. So yeah, let's go. So what I did is I taped all the connectors back besides this one. This one's pretty troublesome. And now I'm gonna scrape and blow out that connector. I'll just have a quick look at it. There you go, it seems to be a lot better now. But it's still not moving, so we have to figure out the mechanics. All right. And then our second screw. Okay, so now I'm just gonna close everything up and see if it powers on. If it doesn't, then that battery definitely needs to be looked at. So let's fast forward to that then. So let's plug in that battery, see if we get power, and we'll see if it charges up. Oh, bingo! Let's have a look and see if it plugs in and just, well, not plugs in, but turns on. Hey, here we go. There you go, it doesn't need a new battery. Yeah, pretty happy with that now, guys. So I'm just gonna seal it up now, clean up a little bit and seal it up, and then, yeah, should be good to go from there. Okay, so I'm just going to put in that bracket now. Okay. So everything has been put back together. Oh. Okay. 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 So that's how it's done, guys. That is how it's done. Cheers, guys, for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.